Alright, everybody. Today we are going to be doing Leafgreen with yet another random Pokemon. The last random Pokemon we did was Wishcash, and it did actually pretty decently well. Definitely wasn't one of the best, but it definitely got top 10 for sure. However, we may not be as lucky. Because remember, there's a lot of Pokemon that are going to have a bad Brock Spite. All it takes is all normal moves at the start. Well, this is always the scary part. Okay. Who are we starting with? Bro, oh no, that is bad. That's really, really bad. Oh no. Well, Gyarados is going to be a nightmare. Okay, let's look at the moveset. Let's see. Horn Attack and Tail Whip, Stomp, Fury Attack, Scary Face, Rock Blast, Horn Drill, Takedown, Earthquake. Dude, Earthquake is so late. Plus, I know this is a slow level up Pokemon. And it gets all the special moves at once, which is very strange. Oh, dude, we can't get Swords Dance Tutor because that's in the post game. Yeah, that's off limits. We could get Double Edge or Rock Slide. We'll most likely get Rock Slide for sure. I mean, Rock Slide, and we're probably going to have to teach Dig as our only stab ground type move. Let's take a look at the stats. 25 speed. Oh, man. I think even with a plus speed nature, this thing is not going to outspeed much of anything. But let's think backwards. I think, obviously, we're going to want to outspeed the champion's Gyarados. That's its egg move. Yeah, but it's also a move tutor. And besides, egg moves are banned. Yeah, honestly, here's the thing. If we don't outspeed the Gyarados, we're basically at the mercy of a Hydro Pump miss. Unless we somehow have a substitute set up. But this thing doesn't really get any sort of setup move. Can Surf be useful? No, it has 30 special attack. All special moves suck for this thing. They all do. Like, even if it's 4 times effective, like if it's 4 times, even if it's super effective, that only brings it up to 60 compared to a neutral physical move. It would have to be 4 times effective to be good, but then again, Gyarados and Dragonite, which are quad weak to electric and ice, those can just be hit with Rock Slide. So, definitely Jolly Nature. 109 for the Charizard champions is Gyarados. Okay, that's not too bad. But, what are the speed of the... What's the speed of, Lances? Let's see. 112. So, honestly, I think if we outspeed everything on Lorelei's team, plus the 2 Gyaradoses, I think that's what we should aim for. Oh, it doesn't have a water move. You're right. True. No need to worry about that. Although, it'd be good to at least outspeed the leads, like this Pidgeot here, because otherwise it's going to hit it with Sand Attack and Feather Dance before we can set up a single substitute. And if we get hit with Sand Attack or Feather Dance, we're screwed. Sturdy is an ability. Sturdy in this game absolutely sucks. It only prevents one-hit KO moves like Horn Drill. It doesn't prevent you from being knocked out in one shot. Oh yeah, Quick Claw for sure. I mean, there's not really many held items anyway. I mean, I think Horn Drill could have some uses though, I think. Because in Horn Drill and one-hit KO moves, they aren't affected by the speed like they were in Gen 1. It's just by the level difference. And 38 is kind of early for Horn Drill. Take Rockhead for Double Edge. Good point. Where is the tutor for Double Edge again? Oh, he's in Victory Road. That's going to be a little late, but better than nothing, I guess. All right, what are the speed stats of all the leads? Dewgong 93, Onix 81, Gengar 126, Gyarados 112, Pidgeot 130. Iron-Tail? Iron-Tail is a TM in the game corner, but it is a consideration, but Steel really wouldn't help us at all. Like, you may think it helps with Lorelei, but the problem is water resists steel. The only Pokemon on our team that is truly weak to steel is the Jinx. Thomas Fox, delay its evolution until 50 so it learns Earthquake. Yeah, Thomas Fox, we're not going to be evolving. It's just straight up Rhyhorn. Big Slide covers everything. That is true. And we definitely want Substitute, but I honestly want the fourth move to be Horn Drill, because I think Horn Drill would be a good emergency move. Like, if there's a fight where I have to either get a Hydro Miss or land a Horn Drill, it's more likely to land the Horn Drill. Alright, let me just set up the starter. I'll need to make the ROM, though. Earthquake, Rock Slide. Ice Beam, Thunderbolt for Lance? No, I did say, even if it's weak, like Gyarados, technically, the base power would be better than Rock Slide, but here's the thing. Gyarados is also weak to Rock Slide. It's just not worth it. I'm going Jolly Nature all the way. I don't think... Well, Axew, Double Edge is all the way in Victory Road, and we get Horn Drill at level 38. I mean, maybe for the League, it may not be necessary. I don't know, though, because Earthquake and Rock Slide will have more stab damage. So, what is the point of Double Edge, then? Like, I don't get it. Because a stab Rock Slide is... Actually, I think Double Edge is better than a stab Rock Slide. Oh, yeah, you're right. I was thinking they were both 150 for some reason. This is so confusing. Remember, here's the thing, Dominic. Game Freak loved giving special moves to Pokemon with bad special attack in Gen 1. Like, look at Marowak. Marowak gets, like, every special move in the game. I'm not even kidding. I mean, I'm not complaining about this. I kind of wanted to do a first stage, but since this is a first stage, I'll most likely only do one run. But we will make sure to plan this out. Well, Dominic, if I rolled Weedle, I would have re-rolled. But I did roll Weedle once, though. I would have re-rolled Magikarp, too. Alright. I may as well update my ability in nature right now. I mean, I am 100,000,000% going for Jolly. Question is where to EV train with Rhyhorn. Okay, here's the difference between IVs and EVs. IVs are sort of genetic. Like, they go from a number from 0 to 31. And whenever I say perfect stats, it always means 31 IVs. Like, they're genetic. You can't change the IVs. EVs, though, are like little bonus points to your stats whenever you knock out something. Basically, like, when you use a vitamin, you get EVs. They help, like, boost your stat. But IVs are sort of genetic. Like, IVs are part of the Pokemon itself. Like, when you catch something in the wild, it could have, like, 5 HP IVs, 12 attack. Those cannot be changed. But you can give them EVs. Hey, look, Dodrio. Okay. Yeah, this thing will definitely need EV training for sure. Throughout 22 Mankeys don't have low kick, so it's safe to EV train attack. I don't know if I want to EV train attack this early in the game, though, because there should be a way better spot to EV train for attack, because I don't think we're going to need 252 attack EVs. I don't think we're going to need that much attack. Our attack is still very good. I can see myself needing that much speed, possibly. But I want to see what my speed stat looks like in the league. So I'm going to go ahead and edit the starter. Yeah, I'm considering EV training and speed. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to edit the Rhyhorn stats, make it female, jolly nature. Rhyhorn doesn't even get sturdy in this game. It's Lightning Rod and Rockhead. And Lightning Rod kind of useless. Alright, perfect stats. Alright, so here's something I want to test. You won't be able to see this, but I'm in PK Hex right now. Alright, let's assume we start Lorelei at level 80. That seems on the low end for our first stage. So 80 with 100 speed EVs. 97. What if I have 200? 119. Okay, so let's see. That means we would outspeed the Dewgong on Lorelei's team. We would outspeed the Onyx. We would not outspeed Gengar or the Champion's Pidgeot. I feel like we need to outspeed Champion's Pidgeot. Because otherwise, we're going to have to bank on a Quick Claw in order to set Substitute up. Because it's going to hit it with Sand Attack or Feather Dance. Feather Dance is an absolute reset. The attack is going to lead to a reset. Like, I feel like the odds are going to be far too low if I don't outspeed the Pidgeot. The Pidgeot has 130 speed, though. Let's assume 252. That gets it at 132. Okay, so if I max out my speed EVs, I will outspeed the Pidgeot at level 80. Because I think once we're at level 80, let's assume we have like 100 attack EVs. We'll have like 185 attack. Oh, you're right. Badge boost. Let me go back to 200. Thank you for reminding me. I completely forget about that badge boost. Alright, so back to 200 speed EVs. We're at 119. Apply the badge boost. 130. Alright, so let's go 208. You have to go up every 4 to get a stat point. Roughly. Oh, wrong number. 134. Okay, so if we can get 208 speed EVs at level 80, we will outspeed the Pidgeot. We'll actually outspeed everything in the league except Agatha's second Gengar, the Aerodactyl, which doesn't have anything good, the Alakazam on the champion, and the Charizard. But the Charizard doesn't have anything good. The Alakazam, though, could be an issue. But then again, Quick Claw will help with that. Yeah, Dominic, in this game, having Lieutenant Surge's badge gives you a 10% boost to your speed whenever you do a battle. It's not shown in the menu. I always thought they'd be related. Always a theory I've had before. I mean, here's the thing. We're most likely going to have to do a ton of training for Brock anyway. So we should probably do all the training on Rattatas and Pidgeys. Plus, getting attack EVs on the side won't hurt. But yeah, we're going to need to heavily focus on speed. But the problem is, we're not going to be able to use the early Carbos. We can't just do the early Carbos buy because we're not going to gain enough speed EVs. We have to EV train before Brock. Not all the way to 208, but like all the way up to like, how many speed EVs would I normally get in a run without vitamins? Probably close to 100 speed EVs if I don't use vitamins. So I think just train up to like 110, 120 speed EVs before Brock. And then I can gain the rest on natural trainers. Hey, game dev. Yeah, you're in the middle. We're in the middle of the planning phase. We're doing Rhyhorn. This is why it's taking a little bit to plan. Alright. starters all made. Okay. Alright, so now we need to think of a game plan for the game, at least. We now know we need to be, before we even attempt the league, we need to be level 80 at 208 speed EVs. I don't think the attack EVs are going to matter as much because our attack is really good. The speed, though, is much more important. Because if we don't outspeed all of the leads, especially the Pidgeot, we're screwed. We're flat out screwed. Because at least on the Gyarados, well, we'll outspeed the champion's Gyarados. But like on the Alakazam, for example, we can have the substitute tank the hit. But anyway. Time to think of a game plan. Right now I'm looking at Scott's Rhyhorn run in Fire Red. Looks like Cloyster is second, so that's a free substitute. Oh, okay, that's good to know. Thanks for that reference. What level did Scott train to, by the way? Because honestly, I'm sure Brock is doable at level 10 with Stomp, but we need to invest in Speed EVs because Scott got to evolve into Rhyhorn, so Speed EVs weren't as important. And besides, I'm pretty sure he overtrained. Let's see. So for Brock, honestly, level doesn't matter. I need to train on Brock until I get 120 speed EVs. And then I'll gain the rest naturally. Yeah, I think you can do Brock early, but I want to gain the EVs first, because even in, like, Wish Cash, for example, I did buy and use Carbos. I only was at around 130. I need 208, so that's a lot. Alright, so then we'll do Rival 2 first. Do the Nugget Bridge. And then we'll get the TM for Dig. And I don't know if we're gonna we're never gonna outspeed the Starmie. But here's the thing. I think it might be a better idea to go straight to the SS Ant first. I think I need to fight most of the trainers, for sure. I mean, I'm sure a lot of the traders will give good speed EVs, because Rattatas and Pidgeys give speed. Ponyta gives speed. That's 95% get one speed EV. We'll take a look at the encounter table. I was thinking of training on Route 22, so that way we can find the occasional Mankey. But then again, we don't really need early game attack EVs. We need early game speed EVs. Yeah, we'll do the SSN first. And, I think we'll get to a high enough level to where Dig should one-shot the Starmie, but we need to be able to survive a Water Pulse, which is going to be kind of hard. I don't even know what level would do that. Can Fighting Dojo help? It actually would, because the Fighting Dojo gives attack EVs. I actually will go there. Yes. It'll be a little rough, though, but if I have, if I've got, like, a decent attacking move, I should be fine. Honestly, there's a chance in the mid game I might actually teach strength. Just because otherwise at that point my only attacking moves are Rock Slide and Dig. I think if I teach strength, it'll be my best normal type move, but I'll have to unlearn it later. Counter absolutely would not help. Counter is not a good move. Alright, Surge is the assistant to the assistant janitor of the gift shop. Yeah, Return instead of Strength. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about Return. I normally don't like Return in Fire and Leaf Green, but this is one of those Pokemon where we're going to need Return. Just because the coverage isn't really that much. If Earthquake was earlier, then I would not get Return, I think. Okay, so then Erica. Alright, what's our mid-game routing going to look like? Let's see. I think after we do the tower, it's going to be Safari. I do actually want to train on the bikers too, because the bikers aren't really going to be doing much to us. The Machops and Machokes will give us attack. We got to be careful for them, because obviously we're weak to fighting. But we have good attack. We have good defense. I don't think it's going to be too bad. And I think the Weezings and Muck give defense. I think Weezing gives attack. Might be the other way around. I don't remember. Yeah, Safari. And then we'll do Sylph. And then, depending on our speed stat, we'll either... Honestly, I think after Sylph, we should actually leave and do Koga. Just because Koga is going to be really easy. Weezing is defense. I mean, that's true, but if we can get the speed EVs early, then, gaining some unnecessary EVs won't be a big deal. But in this game, I am not going to be doing a vitamin buy, because I don't want to reach the vitamin cap. So honestly, I could spend the money on other things. Either that or just don't spend money at all. Alright, so let's see. Safari, Sylph, Koga, Blaine, and I think after Blaine, we'll do Rival 5. Actually, Erica's pretty slow. We'll probably outspeed and one-shot her whole team with Earthquake, if we have it at that point. Erica. Bible. Sabrina. Alright, that should be our mid-game order, I think. And, we're gonna need to get every rare candy. I actually will go get the Sevi Islands candy. I don't like getting that rare candy. It's like a 4-minute time investment, but it absolutely needs that rare candy. Because slow level up group, we need to be level 80 for the league. We need to. But, let me see what level can Rhyhorn survive a Water Pulse. That's a good idea. Figure that out. Yeah, assume no special defense. I mean, technically Drowsy gives one, but 1 EV makes no difference to a stat. It's every 4 that does. Okay, so let's see. Our moveset will be Substitute, Rock Slide, Dig into Earthquake, and Return. I really do, honestly, I don't think Horn Drill is going to be useful if we're overtraining. But then here's the other thing. We're going to the Sevi Islands. We could go relearn Horn Drill for the league. Let's think, though. If we're going to be at level 80, we're going to be out-leveling everything by at least 20 levels. That'll give Horn Drill roughly a 40 to 50% chance to hit, depending on what we're facing. So is there a hard Pokemon in the league where it might be a better idea to use Horn Drill? Because remember, it doesn't matter about speed. It only matters about the level difference. Like, if you're a lower level, Horn Drill will always fail. Wrong thing. Okay. Let's see. We could probably use Horn Drill on, like, the Exeggutor. We could use it on the Gyarados. Well, not the Gyarados. Gyarados will get one shot. At 33, we have a 12.5% chance. If we were 30, it's an 87% chance. So you're saying we should get level 30. Oh, it's an 87% chance to one-shot. Oh. 12.5. Isn't that the chance to crit? I don't think that's a crit chance. I think that'd be a crit and a very low roll. I think. Honestly, I think having Horn Drill in the league for some spots is going to be better than Double Edge. Just because I'm going to be using Earthquake for the most part, but I'll use Rock Slide on the occasional things. But, like, for example, Bruno's whole, the Hiker's whole team is fine with Earthquake. Lorelei is going to be fine with Earthquake. And Agatha, even with Double Edge, we're going to have to Rock Slide it at her team anyway. Just because we kind of have no choice but to use Rock Slide. That's fine. We get stabbed from it. And then for Lance, it'll be a mixture of Rock Slide and Earthquake. I think the Champion's one of the few spots where it might actually be a good idea to use Horn Drill, like for the Exeggutor. Because the Exeggutor is very difficult to knock out. We could actually use it on the Rhydon too, if we wanted to, just because it would take a lot of hits physically. Just basically anything that could break our substitute, it may be a good idea to use Horn Drill on it. Yeah, I think before the league, I'll relearn Horn Drill. But that means in Mount Moon, I'll need to pick up some mushrooms. Alright, and then the things I should go out of my way for are Quick Claw, Rock Slide, it should two-shot Eggy level 80. Yeah, but I'm mainly worried about the Exeggutor breaking the substitute. Because if the substitute, we need the substitute to remain up for the Alakazam. Because the Alakazam's going to outspeed us. Then again, if we're at level 80 compared to... That is not the right rival team. Compared to level 59, that's a 51% chance. So honestly, I would rather have the 50-50 shot of one-shotting it. But then again, that's starting Lorelei at 80. We can probably be like a 53% chance. Because I don't want to lose the damage and then have this thing use Giga Drain and break the substitute. This is my logic for thinking this fight. Because we're never going to outspeed the Alakazam. I would probably need 252 EVs at level 90. I just don't think that's worth it. I mean, the Rhydon, we could probably just Earthquake it, because Rhyhorn's defense is still really good. Alright, well, I think that's pretty much all the routing. Alright, let's, before I make the over-under, let's look at the leaderboard all the way at the bottom. Let's see, some of these runs are pretty dated, but Poochyena did need level 100. It was mainly because of Bruno. I'm calling him Bruno in that run. Bruno was so bad for Poochyena. Shroomish had access to Spore, but really late. I might put the over-under at 250, I think. Yeah, 250. Yeah, modern knowledge, absolutely, yeah, but I think Rhyhorn's going to be a lot worse, though. Because Dark offensively and defensively is quite good in Kanto. You know what, I'll go 245. Where did Wishcash rank? I'll show you. It got 8th place overall. It did really good. Although having Rockhead is... I'm only having Rockhead as the ability just because it's better than Lightning Rod. That's all I'll say. Alright, let's get started. Alright. 3, 2, 1, go. At least this fight shouldn't be an issue. What is that back sprite? That is a lot of detail for a back sprite. I don't like how it's looking up like that. So, Axu, in a Leafgreen version, you said training south of Pewter give us a 95% chance of a speed EV. I'm assuming there's like a 5% Caterpie on that route. I know Fire Red have Weedle in that route, and I know Weedle gives speed. So in Fire Red, this training would be slightly better. Alright, may as well catch the HM users now, and I can just deposit them if I want to do Blackout training. Actually, Blackout training's not going to be good with Rhyhorn. Like, not even on the, like, Light Years Junior trainer. Because, His whole team only has normal moves. This thing would be horrible to Blackout Train. Dominic, what are you talking about? Sandshrew for HM Slave? No. I mean, this is Leafgreen version, so I could encounter it. But, it's never really needed because Paris are a guaranteed spawn in Mount Moon on the hallway floors. In Red and Blue, that was not the case. Alright, I'm going to train in this grass for a bit, and then I want to do the optional rival. Because since the rival has Charmander, both of his 2 Pokemon will give speed EVs. So I actually do want to train here. I'm going to train to like level 8 in this grass, and then I'll go fight the rival. You know what's funny? In the Kabutops video, I got a negative comment saying that my editing style is horrible, solo runs are too easy. You need to do something else if you want to, like, get the algorithm engagement. He was just being real negative, and then I told him, well, maybe you should watch something else instead of leaving a negative comment that goes nowhere. Way more people enjoy my content than dislike, so this is a you problem. That's exactly what I told him. And the guy's like, oh, solo runs are easy. Yeah, have him play this. With no planning ahead of time. See how he likes it. Then again, it's just one of those random haters. Darn it. Couldn't knock out that Pidgey. Rhyhorn, what a pick. Yep. I know Rhyhorn in Red and Blue is very, very bad. I think Steve played it before. I wonder if we'll encounter a shiny. That'd be funny. Actually, what would be really funny is if I somehow found Pokerus. Rhyhorn in general is pretty bad all because of the Gyarados. That is true. Lance's Gyarados had Hydro Pump. I mean, Lance's Gyarados in this game doesn't, but there's still other Gyaradoses with Hydro Pump. Plus, Horn Drill was based on your speed. It wasn't based on the level difference. So Rhyhorn could effectively never use it. It'll be any day now. Yeah, Missy's gonna be bad in this too. Axew was nice enough to roll the damage ranges. He said, this is assuming no special defense EVs because we're not going to have special defense EVs. He said at level 30, the Starmie will have an 87% chance to kill us, but at 33, it'll become a 12% chance. But that's a whole 3-level difference. I would prefer not to do that, but we'll see. Also, even though the Caterpie, Metapod, and Kakuna will give us unnecessary EVs, we're not gaining 252 speed EVs. We only need 208. This is gonna be cutting it rather close. No, I'll be fine. Good thing I bought tons of potions. Stomp. Wait, isn't Horn Attack and Stomp the same base power? I think they're both 65. The only difference is that Stomp can flinch. Alright, the bug catcher peeing in the woods. Low special defense. Yeah, remember, in Gen 1, though, it was a combined special stat. But good news is, in this game, it is still the same. Rhyhorn's special attack and special defense to this day are still 30-30. So our special defense is still the same, which is unfortunate. Alright, so yeah, I believe Axu said the training south of Pewter right here is going to be the best spot. I think the levels will be slightly higher. Plus, it's a lot closer to the center. Hey, Weedle. Yeah, actually, what did you mean by 95% speed EVs? Is there a 5% Caterpie spawn here? Anyway, this is what we're going to have to do. We're going to keep doing this until we get to around 120 speed EVs. Because even though we need 208, we'll get the rest of it off of the trainers, I think. If we wanted to for safety, we could go a little higher. Because that means we would need to gain 80. And that's kind of cutting it. Maybe I'll go to 140. You know what? Yeah, I'll go to 140. I mean, at least we're one-shotting things, so it's not going to be too bad. But yeah, technically, we can beat Brock right now. Like, level 12 Rhyhorn can do it. That's just the problem is, if we don't have enough speed, the league is going to be an absolute nightmare and probably close to impossible. Hey, where's that guy who said these are too easy? Get him over here. I don't know, you can leave comments like criticizing something, saying like how I should improve, but if your comment's just negative for the sake of being negative, I'm going to respond to you negatively. Like, I'm not going to take that from random people. Oh, wait a minute. Is my editing style horrible because I don't do the cutaways every 3 seconds, the captions on the bottom, and tons of those sound effects, the zooming in? Like, you know, all the editing to keep the 5-year-old Timmy's attention span going? I don't do that kind of editing. I think that kind of editing is cringe. Also, I don't think I found a Caterpie yet. Just a shame, though, that the Macho Brace is locked behind 30 Pokemon. It's actually the same as the Leftovers. Leftovers, you have to use the item finder under the Snorlax. But in Fire and Leaf Green, you gotta use the item finder where Giovanni stood in his gym. You're gonna be maxed out in EVs by that point. So the Macho Brace is useless in this game. It's weird to come to a mostly solo run channel and just say it's not good. It would be like me going to a Nuzlocke channel and saying do solo runs. I'm sorry, like, are you gonna be comparing... Like, are you going to be comparing a solo run to a hardcore Nuzlocke of Renegade Platinum? You know, where you have to spend an hour planning each gym leader? You're doing Giovanni tonight? Yeah, I mean, this stream isn't going to take days. It'll all get done in one sitting. Also, hello, Mario. Alright, we're at 73 speed EVs. We're definitely making good progress. Hey, there's the Caterpie. Yeah, actually, if we were playing Fire Red, there would actually be a higher chance of Caterpie here. Alright, we're almost to 14. There we go, 14. I'm saying your channel's most still runs a few other things. Some people don't want to play that type, and that's fine. The guy can go somewhere else. Yeah, but the guy left time to leave a negative comment. You know, I'm effectively having to swap Horn Attack and Stomp every time I add a PP, just so, I know I am agreeing with you. It's weird. Weird that you're agreeing with me? Who's your favorite legendary? Reshiram? How would you rank it to other legendaries? Really, really good. Alright, that was Speed EV number 100. Alright, so I just want 39 more Speed EVs, so this should take like 2 minutes. I mean, didn't we start the EV training at like 8 or 9 minutes in? So the guy leaving the comment is weird. Yeah, some people just want to say something. Get it off their chest. Yeah, the guy said, I'm not gonna watch this because your editing is horrible. Well, you had to have watched it then. I do like I do like mostly the basic edits. Like, I will splice between runs. I'll try to take stutter out of voiceovers. I'll enlarge and fade out images if I need to. I'll blur backgrounds during explanations. And I've manually edited together all those gym leader intros. I did those all manually. And I turned those into MP4 videos. That way I can just drag it in. Like, you do not want to know just how long those intros took for me to make. Wasn't sure if the Viridian Center is slower than the Pewter Center for Speed EVs only. Honestly, I think the Pewter one's faster. I think it's less steps. Plus, I'm pretty sure these Pokemon are slightly higher level on average, so I'm getting more XP. Yeah, it has... Yeah, I don't mind criticism, but if it's negative just for the sake of being negative, then I don't care. Because why do I want to try and please someone who's not going to come back anyway? That's kind of pointless. But yeah, if we were going to 252, then we'd be here for the next, like, 15 minutes. But I only want to get to 140, because I'm pretty confident I'll gain the other 68 just naturally from trainers. Other ones are different. I enjoy them, but I understand some people don't want to play like that. Yeah, but the point is that's not what the guy was saying. I mean, most of us played like that at some point. Like, I'm sure when we were younger, there was a lot of people who played with only their starter. It was kind of a common thing, especially in Johto. Well, I like it because you kind of have to think the game differently. You can't just be like, alright, for Brock, I'm going to get Squirtle, and I'm going to catch a Pidgey for Fly. Alright, 140. That should be enough. I think this EV training only took us like 7 minutes. Yeah, it had to have been like 7 minutes. Alright, so we'll just stomp the Geodude and then Tail Whip the Onix. Also, guess what? Since we're slower than the Onix, he won't be going for Rock Tomb. Not like he would anyway, we quad resisted. Honestly, I think the chip damage from Bind is actually going to do more damage. You see 208 at level 80 possible? Absolutely, yeah. The Team Rocket Grunts especially, and all the random trainers with Pidgeys and Rattatas, those all give speed EVs. I only need to gain around 68 more speed EVs. Like, that's very reasonable. Only makes it a 3-shot. It makes sense to me. Onix has really good defense. Alright, I am not teaching Rock Tomb. I refuse to teach that move. That move is awful. I mean, yes, it's a stab move, but I hate it. I hate that move. Wait, so, Stomp and Horn Attack have the same power, right? Are they both 65? Alright, I'm gonna fight this guy. He has Rattata and Ekans. I think Ekans gives speed, but it might give attack. It's attack. Okay, that's fine. Both are 65. Alright, so the only difference is Stomp can flinch, but Horn Attack has more PP. Eater and Female give HP. Alright, see, on this guy, it's only the Weedle. But then again, we also need experience, too. I'm not just going to ignore trainers that give other EVs. But I know Spearow gives speed. I'm going to get this, actually. This girl has 2 Pidgeys. That's all speed. Oh boy, the Deoxys battle theme. Can't wait to get copyright claimed again. Because there's a lot of independent, like, Pokemon remix artists who like to commit fraud. They like to try and claim that that music is theirs when it's not. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Alright, dang it, I did not want to fight Clefairy Girl. Oh, she has Jigglypuff, too. I'm pretty sure these both give HP. For the fire... Oh, I guess this is the ORAS one, so I guess it is safer. Alright, just in case. Alright, so Zubat inside of Rock Tunnel technically gives speed, but I do not want to be constantly fighting Wild Zubat. Like, I can get him off of Team Rocket just fine. Alright, I believe that Bugcatcher only has Caterpie and Metapod, so I'm going to skip him. Actually, yeah, fight this girl. He has a Bellsprout and Oddish. Bellsprout give attack. I also need to keep an eye out for mushrooms. Because I'm going to need either 2 tinies or 1 giant mushroom, because I do want to relearn Horn Drill before the league. I'm actually going to check this other one too, see if I can find some mushrooms. Wow, I'm getting unlucky with these mushroom spawns. Sandshrew gives speed, right? No, they do not. They give defense. We could use Thief. Can we learn Thief? I actually didn't think we did. But if we do... Oh, we do learn Thief. Oh. I actually did not know that. I am not fighting the hiker. Thief. None. Also, Paris give attack. If I ever need to EV train for attack, this is actually where I would go. But honestly, I don't think I need to EV train for attack specifically. Because I think EV training for speed is far more important. Like, if we had base, like, 30 attack, 30 special attack, then probably yes. But I think our base attack's like base, what, 80? Make sure you don't sell the mushrooms. I will have to remember that. Give Deox the meteor item as a held item. It changes form based on its highest stat. That'd be interesting. Alright, we can't learn these tutors. I just got that Roar TM in case I wanted to sell it. Oh, on the bright side, we actually outspeed the Pidgeotto. Darn, didn't even get the flinch. Man, he was so desperate to not send out Rattata. I just wish Thief could be used on other fights, to, like, steal items. Not many people in the game use held items, though. I think it's just because the trainers of Kanto are struggling to keep up with the times. They have no idea held items exist. Only the Elite Four and Champion. Yeah, they've kept up with the times. And poison. Yeah, Thief is effectively just coverage, yeah. I mean, in Platinum version, Victory Bell needed Thief for the Ghost Gym Leader, because it can be used... It was its best move to deal with it. Honestly, instead of Horn Drill, we could theoretically use Attract, because that would give us a 50-50. But then again, if the opponent's going to be a two-shot anyway, it's effectively 25%, because we would need the opponent to not attack twice in a row. But I think despite Attract, I think Horn Drill in some parts of the league might still be better. Also, Secret Power. I am going to skip that. Stomp and Horn Attack will be enough. What was Black Metal giving gifted membership because of how many eggs you ate? I think he wanted to be nice, but just have fun while doing it. Black Metal's been a long-time supporter. If you're not getting Secret Power, you gotta have more than 53 speed to outspeed the Starmie. My plan was to do the SSN first and get level 30. Alright, I'm gonna Antidote, so I don't faint in the overworld. I mean, I allow fainting in the overworld, but I'm not going to do it on purpose. Yeah, I'm going to skip Misty for now. I mean, I don't even outspeed the Staryu. Alright, I'm teaching Dig. Get rid of Thief. I don't want it. I think Axie was thinking we could probably use Secret Power to paralyze or something. Alright, so even though this person's optional, I will actually fight the free Pidgey girl. In Gen 1, she's known as Sandy. Yeah, but actually, the problem is, the Starmie is still going to outspeed and hit us. My plan is just get level 30 and one-shot with Dig. Wait, no, I don't want... Technically, we could use the Old Rod for Speed EV training. We could actually also use Versus Seeker for it, so I'm going to get it just in case. Dig is... Yeah, but with Stab, that's 90. It's going to be our best move. Alright, I'm going to do probably all the trainers. Oh, so I guess what you're saying then is, if I had gotten Secret Power, I could have just two-shot and hope for paralysis. That's effectively what you're saying. Okay. Makes sense. I mean, we could also use a Citrus Berry. Honestly, that wouldn't really make a difference. No. Do not fight the rival. I need to fight all the trainers. Let's see. I mean, then again, I haven't really specifically tried to EV train for attack. I mean, if you want, you can see what the damage range looks like for Dig at level 30. With, like, a 20 attack EVs. Oh, jeez. I'm glad that thing did not use Icicle Sphere. Dig at 30 is a two-shot. That is bad. Like, what's the range look like exactly? $71 to $85. So I guess we will need to train to 33. Alright, so I guess skipping Secret Power was not a good idea, because I did not think about the paralysis. But then again, here was my thought process. I thought inside of buildings, Secret Power flinches. I did not think it paralyzed. Can Secret Power even paralyze inside of buildings? Because I'm pretty sure that's a flinch. I know in the grass it can be paralysis. Or like in generic overworld. In buildings, it's paralysis. Okay, so I guess I thought it flinches in Misty's gym. So that's why I didn't consider it. I mean, we could just do more Speed EV training. I mean, we have the Versus Seeker, too. So the Speed EV training could actually be really good. Flinch is only in caves. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Then again, technically training to 33 is the safer strat, just because if you're level 30, Misty has like an 87% chance to knock you out. Rock Blast. Hey, ask you, do you want to do the calculation for level 30, a 5 Rock Blast hit? I'm curious. Alright, I'm gonna go fight the trainers to the east now. A 3 hit is a 62% chance. At level 30, honestly, Rock Blast might be the solution. We'll have to survive and then get a 3 hit. That might be better than trying to train to 33. Wait, when you say 62% chance, does that also take into account the accuracy, or does that not count accuracy? I know whenever Scott gives ranges, I hate the fact he includes accuracy in the chances, like he'll say, Blizzard is a 90% chance to one-shot, and Blizzard's 90% accurate, so you should say it guarantees the accuracy. So it's not counting. Okay. I prefer it if I prefer it if the calculations do not take into account accuracy. Just say Blizzard's a guaranteed one hit. Don't say it's a 90%, because that makes me think Blizzard's a range. Oh wait, you said the 3 hits is 62% chance, but I think it's safe to assume a 4 hit would be guaranteed. Wait, what EV does Star you give? We could probably do Blackout training on Misty until we win. Does Star you give speed? If I had to guess, it's probably special attack. Speed, hey! We could do that, because we outspeed the Star you. Yeah, I'm just going to finish up these trainers. 4 or 5 hit will guarantee Star me. That's good. This is great. This is fun time. Great start. Yeah, I might as well fight this guy. He's good XP. The bad route is the... Oh, it is absolutely the bad route. Yeah, I definitely missed Rock Blast. Oh, right. Alright, I'm gonna defeat the trainers in Misty's gym first. I mean, technically, we only need a couple more levels to outspeed the Starmie, but there is a chance of winning, so I'd say just Blackout train on her until we win. Yeah, they do give speed, yeah. Dig? Dig should one-shot? Yep. Alright, Rock Blast. Darn. I lost the range there. But still, we gain speed EVs every time we do this. Darn it, again. Well, you did say it was like an 87% chance, but I'm level 31, so the chance should be a little lower than that. Darn it. So, at my level, it's a 62% chance. Oh, I have 7 special defense EVs, so yay, my special defense actually matters. Dude. Plus, you know the other thing? You gain friendship automatically just for attempting a gym leader. See, look at my friendship. Goes from 194 to 196. And fainting loses you 1, so I'm still net gaining friendship for return. Darn it, again? I mean, once we get to level 32, our odds will go up a lot better. He asks you, at level 32, what is the odds of a one-shot from the Starmie? Again, 25. Okay. I was having a discussion with another YouTuber about the hardest game solo run besides Ultra for not fully evolved mons. I said Platinum. I don't know, actually. It's debatable. Oh my god, dude. Because here's the other thing, though. Like, Platinum is not as fast of a game. Like, in terms of the speed, even first stage Pokemon can end up outspeeding the entire game. Honestly, I think for solo runs, I would have to say X and Y. There we go. I think X and Y is the hardest for first stages. The Pokemon are very fast, very tanky, very high leveled. That's my answer. It would probably be X and Y. Oh, I should have gotten the voucher when I was down there. Because I would have just delayed Surge. Oh, that's embarrassing. Then again, I could just go through Rock Tunnel without the bike. I could just go through it without the bike. Then again, I may as well just fight. Oh, crud. I forgot to solve the trash can puzzle. Alright, I'm gonna pause my timer here. I'm not gonna fight any trainers while doing this. Alright. Save state. Alright. Repause. And resume. I forgot to solve the trash can puzzle automatically, so that's the reason I paused. Heart Gold. Honestly, I changed my mind. Heart Gold is definitely the hardest for first stages. Why did I save for Surge? He's the assistant to the assistant janitor of the gift shop. Yeah, if Rhyhorn was doing Heart Gold, it would have needed 252 speed EVs at level 100. Even then, that wouldn't be enough. Oh my god. Yeah, you're right. I don't need to dig. I've let him set up all his double teams to slow death with quick attack, or I just beat him. But I don't think it's a good idea to delay Surge, though, because he does give the boost to my speed. Yeah, that definitely could have been done more efficiently. Oh well, this is a Rhyhorn. No one's gonna care. Also, we actually have more than enough speed EVs. Why did I not heal that? Wait. Bellsprout's only attacking move is Wrap. And the Oddish have no attacking moves. Wow, they really downgraded her from Gen 1. Hey, it's nice to see Rock Blast getting use. Honestly, there's actually a chance we might end up getting 252 speed EVs. Oh, crud, I'm out of repels. I ended up using a lot of them in Mount Moon because I was doing a lot of backtracking. It looks like you're skating on ice. It kind of does, not gonna lie. Yeah. Oh, geez. Alright, I'm gonna end up finding wild Pokemon here. Uh-oh. Okay, that was not supposed to happen. Okay. Well, here's what I have to do if something like this accidentally happens. I'm going to need to black out right now. And, I'm just gonna treat this as a blackout. Okay. I should probably black out on the junior trainer. That might actually be quicker. But yeah, I need to black out. Oh, that thing has no attacking moves. I forgot. Man, this blackout's gonna take so long. I gotta have the Bulbasaur kill me. Oh my gosh. There we go. Alright, so even though the Rattata did knock out a mandatory trainer, I would have knocked it out anyway. Well, since I'm here, I may as well buy some more repels. Darn it. Here, another thing that I'll do is, I'm also going to count it as a reset, too. We'll just pretend that I reset and beat him on the next try, and then blacked out to this trainer. That's how we're going to count this. We could buy proteins after the tower. Honestly, yes. We should buy just protein immediately. Dude, I could have swore I repelled. Well, thing is, I'm not going to have enough for many Carbos proteins, though. Oh, that thing used magnitude. I forgot about that. Yeah, after the tower, yeah. So I'll need to pick up all the high money items. And return. Okay, yeah, so I'll need to grab 2 things. Here, let's get one more use of Rock Slide. I'm gonna save, though, because I want to use Dig on his whole team. Besides, I'm pretty sure this guy has random AI. Because I've seen this guy use Magnitude on a, I've seen this guy use Magnitude on a Scyther. Yeah, I'm not YOLOing past that guy. I'm gonna take my time with him. Hey, free attack EB. Hey, Axu, what level did Scott have to beat Misty at? Because I'm pretty sure he was still Rhyhorn, because I don't think Rhyhorn evolves till the 40s. I did not need a heal there. 34. Makes sense. Was that the level he... I don't think he outsped, though. I'm pretty sure he just two-shot it. I should probably buy more repels than that. I have to do Sevi Islands. He was banking on Secret Power. Honestly, though, that was still kind of the right thing to do. But honestly, if Rhyhorn needs the training anyway, at least we're getting EVs as well. So honestly, I still feel like in the long run, my solution ended up being better. Ah, yes. Use Roar when you confuse me. Makes sense. Yeah, in the long run, I still think my strat was the correct one. But yeah, I'm definitely going to need to use PP-ups on Rock Slide. Oh, I didn't teach Return. I'm not going to use PP-ups on Return, though, because I don't plan to keep that. I'll keep Rock Slide. I'll keep Stomp for the flinch chance, though. I believe this item appears a nugget. X speed. Oh, well, that can sell. Haunt. Oh, that item over there is a super potion, I think. Yeah, we're not using that calcium. Nice crit flinch. Aw, dude, seriously? I think that thing did a crit poison. Yeah, using dig on that while poisoned is not a good idea. Alright, hyper potion. Dig. Yeah, dig has really gutted a lot in Fire Red. Yeah, the lower base power and levitate. Also, Earthquake hitting you while underground. Yeah, Magnitude as well. Oh my... I hate these two Pokemon. I remember in Gen 1 one time, Steve actually got bombarded in there. He was trying to leave, and that Clefairy was actually blocking the door, and he had to wait for it to move. It was hilarious. Alright, so we're going to do the tower first, and then do a protein buy. Rock Slide. Seriously? Execute. Return. Okay. Actually, I think Stab Rock Slide does slide. Oh my god, dude. How many am I missing? I know that Pidgey never used Sand Attack. I swear, Rock Slide and Fire Red and Leaf Green 70%. I can't prove it, but I'm sure of it. I believe this item down here isn't good. I know in the original games this was a HP up, but let me see what it is. Great Ball, okay. I wanted to see if I could sell it. I know the item down there is still a nugget though, so I will get that. Right, how many PP ups do I have? 2 of them, right? Yeah. I'm gonna use both of those on Rock Slide. Because here's the thing, we're most likely not getting Dig until we beat Giovanni. Either that or level 52, whichever is more likely. Oh my god. Alright, also the Marowak's going to be a little tough, I think. Just because it can't hit us for super effective damage. I'll save just in case. Alright, never even did anything. So I return the Marowak to hell. Cool Trainer Warren tonight? Yeah, we'll beat this whole run tonight. I don't know why you think this run's going to take like 7 hours or something. Horn Drill. I am not going to teach it now, though. I want Horn Drill only for the league. I don't want it now, though. I'll relearn it. But then, here's the thing. I hate having to use the move relearner in Fire Red and Leaf Green because he's on 2 Island, and he costs tiny mushrooms. But if you go to the 7 Islands, you have to do the entire plot line first. I mean, if you mandate round 2, then you sort of have free access to him, but I do not mandate round 2 in Fire Red. I was born with little faith. I'll have some faith today. Jeez. Alright, time to get proteins. I gotta make sure I leave room for the free proteins in Sylph. I know there's 2 of them in Sylph. So I should only really buy 5. Alright, do not want any of these moves. I'm not going to want Rest. I'm not going to want Attract either. Get rid of those. Would Rhyhorn even be round 2? Probably not. Alright, vitamin of the day. I just want 5 protein, and I'll get the free ones from Sylph. Alright, I'm not going to use EV or vitamins in anything else, just because if I end up using vitamins on like my iron or zincs or something, it could end up taking away valuable EV space for like more attack. Darn it. I hate these bikers. I really do. I really, really hate them. This is going to be horrible to look at. Yeah, I don't want to fight any of the trainers there. Alright, substitute immediately. I am going to get rid of Stomp for it. Yeah, because our moveset's going to be return Rock Slide, substitute an Earthquake. And then in the league, get rid of return for Horn Drill. Oh, I forgot. There's also the free protein in the Safari Zone. Oh, well. But yeah, once I go through Sylph, I'm not going to be picking up vitamins. I'll pick up one protein. And that's it. Just one protein. Actually, I'm sure Rhyhorn could beat Round 2 League. It would probably need double team at level 100, though. Oh, come on. Why does everything keep poisoning me? Oh, I hate the fact I had to use that full restore that early. I probably should have dug out and healed, but oh well. Should have used substitute first. What am I doing? Use it now. Double team sub quick claw. That is double. Yeah, that's pretty much what Rhyhorn would need to do in round 2. Alright, 100 attack EVs. So I do not need to pick up any other vitamin, unless I want the TM for Iron Tail. I do not. The only items you can buy in the game corner here, dude, don't pick up vitamins, are, what are they? Miracle Seed, Charcoal, Mystic Water, Smoke Ball, and Yellow Flute? Yeah, I don't really get it either. Dude, stop poisoning. Oh yeah, the round 2 chances would be so low. That's actually the reason I don't do round 2 of the league. But then again, I do round 2 of the league in Heart Gold version because they are a lower level than Red. So it's kind of like a nice level curve in order to make it more interesting. But I don't like adding stuff after the champion, though, because I consider Red the true champion of Heart Gold. I was looking at special defense. It's the same as the level. Yeah, it's probably a little... Your message is probably a little behind, but I'm sure it was. Our special attack is the same as our level right now, though. You're not going to see how special moves hit, because I am never going to use one. I even use a Jolly Nature, which lowers our special attack even further. Yeah, I'm also only picking up, I'm only just fighting the trainers. I'm only picking up, like, potions in here. Although, sometimes I may randomly just pick up, like, a calcium just out of habit. But, like I said, I'm not going to use any. Oh, look, 251. Look at this Rattata. 252 speed EVs. Also, after Sylph, we're actually going to go do the Fighting Dojo so we can get more attack EVs. Plus, like I said, we'll need the training anyway. Oh, yay. Now we get to deal with this. Okay. Hey, Axu, I don't know if you're still here, but, what was Scott's ordering in the mid-game like? Unfortunately, you're gonna hit the cap now. Oh, really? This guy any good? Yep, I hit the cap. Because those Pokemon did not give me EVs. Alright, we're at the cap, so we're stuck with 105 attack EVs. Oh well, though, we hit our speed. That's all that matters. Wait, no. Heal in the bed. What am I doing? Honestly, we'll end up just training in the dojo just for the sake of experience, pretty much. But then again, it could be more efficient to do versus Seeker grinding, but versus Seeker grinding isn't really the best. That's only like when you've drained all other options. From the looks of it, Koga, Erica, Sylph, Sabrina, then Blaine. Really interesting, because I think the correct order should be Koga, then Blaine. Like Sylph, Koga, Blaine. I think that'd be the proper order. Alright, let's see how this does. Alright, I'm going to save that PP up for Earthquake, actually. 79. Do we I think we outspeed the Pidgeot by 1. By 3. Okay, we do outspeed the Pidgeot. That's good. Free sub, baby. And I don't think the Rivals Gyarados here has water moves. I don't think it's until Rivals 6 that he has a water move. Alright, got the Quick Claw on the Alakazam. Look at that. I'm only 4 levels higher than the Charizard, and I completely destroyed his team. Only 6 in the champion? Makes sense. That is one thing that Rhydon does have going for it, because in Red and Blue, the Gyarados in the Tower and Rival 5 both had Hydro Pump. But here's the thing, if I was facing the Blastoise team, it honestly really wouldn't make much of a difference. The Blastoise's best water move is Water Gun until the champion fight. Because in the champion fight, it has Hydro Pump. Venusaur's technically the hardest. Oh, that is a good point. Then again, the champion fight would actually be easy, because I believe the champion fight in Fire Red for the Venusaur team, I believe its only attacking move is Solar Beam. So you could easily cheese it with... Well, it does have Sunny Day, though. So you couldn't exactly cheese it. Yeah, it would be the hardest for sure. Let's see. I think if this thing were to face the Venusaur team, I know what the answer is. It's Horn Drill. You have to Horn Drill it. There's no other way. You have to Horn Drill the Venusaur. You just need to outlevel it to where you have a 50-50 chance. Honestly, you would have to Horn Drill a lot more on that team. I mean, then again, I have to deal with Exeggutor. I mean, it's not as bad as Venusaur, though, but in my opinion, though, in general, Exeggutor is scarier than Venusaur. Just because, like, for most Pokemon, Execute and Exeggutor are always very annoying. Plus, Charizard's scarier than Arcanine, and Gyarados is way scarier than Blastoise. Okay, do I have enough moves? Yeah, I should. Sleep Powder all along makes Eggy far better in the champion. Yeah, the champion's Venusaur I don't think has Sleep Powder. I think its moveset is like Growth, Sunny Day, Solar Beam, and some other move I can't think of. Alright, Rock Slide. Really? Okay, yeah, just stick with Return then. Alright, I'm gonna Rock Slide this, hope for a flinch. Oh, that works. Granted, the Arcanine is much more competent with Intimidate, Flamethrower, and Extreme Speed. That is true, because the Charizard has Fire Blast, not Flamethrower. But Fire Blast does have more damage. Plus, the Charizard has Wing Attack. Honestly, I think in this game specifically, they're probably equally good. But in Red and Blue, definitely for sure the Charizard was better than the Arcanine. Alright, I'm going to one-shot Erica's whole team, so I did say I would do Blaine first, but I'm just going to do Erica just so I can get the Boulder Candy, and I can get the Warden Candy. Yeah, it's a shame the EV-reducing berries aren't obtainable in this game. Actually, I think they are obtainable with pickup. I don't know exactly what berries you get through pickup. Or through the berry forest. Unfortunately, since we're EV trained out, we can't get the 7 free attack EVs from Psyche the Fisherman, but we're fighting him for the experience. Also, let's see, I need level 80 at the start of the league. So I would need level 68, I think, because I think there's a maximum of 12 rare candies that's possible to get. There's the 11th on Route 12, and then the 12th one is on the Sevi Islands. Honestly, I think once I exhaust Giovanni's trainers, Blaine's trainers, not Sabrina's trainers are garbage. Once I drain out Blaine's trainers, Giovanni's trainers, and Victory Road, whatever experience I still need, I'm gonna just grind with the Versus Seeker. Probably on the Bikers, honestly. I don't know. I tend to prefer Fisherman Elliott, though, for Versus Seeker grinding, because one rematch of his team gives over 4,000 experience. The problem is, the Bikers, half of them have first stages, but during Elliott's rematch team, all of his Pokemon are fully evolved, I think. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and fight everybody in the gym. Oh, I just noticed 254 speed EV. One away from the max. Then again, that doesn't matter. There's a reason in competitive your EVs only go up to 252, because it's every 4 EVs that matter. 253, 54, and 55, those do not affect your stats at all. Honestly, there's a chance we're going to get Earthquake before Giovanni. I mean, Earthquake before Giovanni is mandatory. We need Earthquake for him. Because if we can't use Dig on him, his whole entire team has Earthquake. I mean, Giovanni is garbage in this game. But, gotta admit, his moveset is still better than Red and Blue. Because in Red and Blue, only the Doug trio had, like, Dig and Earthquake. But at least in this game, everything has Earthquake. That's the best you can say about it. So Dig is not a good answer for him. And Earthquake is locked behind him himself. Yeah, Axu, I'm comparing to Red and Blue. Yellow Giovanni's a whole tier of his own. I mean, I think Yellow Blaine is harder than the Red and Blue... Not the Red and Blue Blaine. I think the Yellow Blaine is harder than Fire Red Leaf Green Blaine, despite the Intimidates. It's just because 3 fully evolved Pokemon is very rough. Alright, so yeah, Rock Slide is going to be the best move. I should have been lucky those didn't burn, because I think Fire Blast has a higher burn chance. Alright, so now when Bill asks if we want to go to Sevi Islands, we're going to say yes. It's 10% since Gen 2. Oh. I guess Gen 1 had the higher burn chance, but not the other gens. Okay. Makes sense. Also, here's the little thing. If you never received the town map from Blue's sister, Bill actually gives you one. 6 badges, 1 reset. Yeah, we've done a really good job planning things. And here's the thing. The blackouts, most of them were on purpose, mainly for Misty. It's because we are preparing, though, but once we get to the league, the reset counter is going to go up pretty quick. Off to the island's very rare. Yeah, it's only first stages, because we need level... If Rhyhorn needed 65 for the league, we would not do this. 70... we probably wouldn't do this, but 80, we need level 80. We did the range, we did the speed ranges. I mean, honestly, at 252 speed EVs, we probably could get away with, like, level 75. But then again, it's better to have level 80 for the damage itself. Plus, who knows, we might be able to outspeed the Alakazam. Hey, Axu, at 252 speed EVs with Jolly, can a level 82 Rhyhorn outspeed the Alakazam on the champion? I know Axu uses a stat damage calculator app called Kingler. You can actually plug in Pokemon against all the teams. Really convenient. Also, here's the PP up I never get to use. No, it's 154. Oh, the Alakazam is 156. Yeah, we outspeed Charizard, but, like, what good does that do for me? I guess avoid burn? The Alakazam have 156 or 159 speed? Also, I know I'm skipping trainers, but here's the thing. Most of the trainers in this game are bad. Most of them are bad, because they'll have, like, first stage Pokemon. It's better for me to just wait till we do the cool trainers. I am going to get this Max Elixir, though. It's 159. Dang, so we'd be, like, cutting it close, but no, it wouldn't be enough. Yeah, technically that only took like a few minutes to get the rare candy. But remember, in a few minutes, we can easily just fight a lot of trainers. Alright, Sabrina. Still, it's fine to outspeed Charizard to not bank on Quick Claw or Fire Blast Miss. True, because it would still do a lot of damage. Alright, I'm gonna... I think it'll use Calm Mind. Yeah. Oh, come on. Seriously? I got the Quick Claw anyway, even though I set up a substitute. Also, we're about to get Earthquake at level 52. We can just teach it over Dig. We actually don't need Dig anymore, because we're not going to need Escape Ropes ever again. It's going to be ironic. We're going to get Earthquake training on Giovanni's trainers. Alright, so yeah, now Earthquake is my best move. I do have the one leftover PP up from earlier, and the Sevi Islands PP up. So I'm going to use both of those on Earthquake. So yeah, we'll have 14 of each. Where are they? Here they are. Alright, I am not fighting the black belt. Bull Trainer Warren, bow down to the first ever strong NPC. Also, he got off a growl. That's actually kind of bad. I mean, he's not going to be hard today, but for a lot of Pokemon, he's hard. Like, for Fire types especially. Fire types really hate Warren. Here's my Ether. Honestly, I was just going to say, I may have severely overestimated how long this would take. I guess it's just because we weren't getting a bajillion resets because I took the time to EV train. Oh, almost forgot. Why does this guy have a super potion? I'm pretty sure Warren uses hyper potions. Why does this guy have super potions? Does this guy take after Blaine? Alright. They're Ether. I don't need to heal. Oh, really? Alright then. That means I'm gonna get hit by the Doug Trio. Well then. Rare, super rare Giovanni W. I don't have a healing item. Just spam return. Not return, spam Earthquake. Don't even substitute. I guess, yeah, just spam it. Honestly, I don't really want to give Giovanni the win for that one. I really should not have been attempting to use substitute when I could just one-shot everything. Yeah. I don't really want to give Giovanni that win. That was mainly player error. That's kind of like forgetting to heal at the hiker. That's not really the hiker winning. That's you playing bad. Like, him winning would be like him scoring a crit on me. That would be him winning. Oh, I speed tie the Pidgeot? Well, I'll just have to deal with that. 60% chance. Just do not Feather Dance. Wing attack, that works. Hydro Miss. That was a good thing that missed. I accidentally used the wrong move. Rock Slide would have been the move to one-shot it. I don't outspeed Charizard, but that's fine. It crit me. Okay, that is actually him winning. Critical hit Flamethrower. Yeah, Rock Slide one-shots. Hey, on the bright side, Alakazam didn't break the substitute. Dude, he crit my substitute. This guy literally got 2 flamethrower crits in a row. He is really trying his best here. Alright, so, I need to... There's one more rare candy I need to get before Victory Road. Need to get the Route 12 candy. I do not like getting it. This is one of the most out-of-the-way rare candies that's not the Sevi Islands. Because remember, like, I already fought a lot of the Route 11 trainers. You'll end up encountering some of them if you go for this candy. Alright, so now inside Victory Road, we're going to fight pretty much every trainer, I think. And then once we're done with that, we'll go grind on Fisherman Elliott. I've actually tried experimenting to see if there were better grinding spots with the Versus Seeker a long time ago. Fisherman Elliott is still the best one. Technically, there's a rematch team you can do with some black belts on Hindle Road, which is on Sevi Island 1. But the problem is they use fighting types. Technically, they're not as easy to knock out. Just because Elliott's Pokemon are fully evolved, they have better XP yields. Alright, let's start the training. Cycling Road Cluster doesn't cut it. I really do not like fighting them. Half of them have first stage Coughings and Grimers, and they constantly like to poison you. I just really do not like fighting them. It's just because half of them have first stage Pokemon. It'd be really, really bad XP training. Like, I've done a lot of these. Yeah, I really don't understand why they made Versus Seeker not work in caves. I wonder if they did it because they knew Victory Road training would be too broken. I wonder. But yeah, during my old Leafgreen solo runs, when I did do a lot of Versus Seeker grinding, the Cycling Road trainers never felt good. Elliott always felt better. Because here's another example. The Weezings from those guys give roughly 1200 XP, but Elliott's team give a total of 4000. And that's one team. Plus, only 2 of those bikers have Weezing. And when you use the Versus Seeker, there's no guarantee you'll fight them. You'll end up having to fight, like, the one with, like, a single Machop and a Mankey. Oh, almost forgot this guy. I assume Ronald isn't worth it? That is debatable, actually. I have actually considered Fisherman Ronald in the past when Versus Seeker grinding. The one disadvantage is there's not as much room to run around on the island. That's like the one problem with it. Like, recharging will take slightly longer, but we can experiment with both. It's been a long time since I tested it. Tell you what, we'll test both. We'll test Fisherman Ronald and Fisherman Elliott. I mean, Fisherman Elliott has a rematch team, which is unlocked after you do the tower. Oh my god. Keep thinking I have potions. So I would have to fight him regularly just one time. Would Megahorn be better than Return? Absolutely not. I think I may just take the blackout here. I'm gonna call this an intentional blackout just because I never brought potions. Yeah, I'm just, whatever. That's Megahorn a one-shot Slowbro, but we have sub for it. Yeah. And besides, it's not just sub, we also have Horn Drill. if it has to come down to Horn Drill. Dude, not max potions. Max repels. I need hyper potions. I mean, John, we're not even using Return in the League. I'm deleting Return for Horn Drill. Because when we're at level 80, for a lot of stuff in the league, Horn Drill is going to have a 50% chance to one-shot, which is really good. John always asks the weirdest things. He's like, hey, would Bide work? Hey, would using, what's another example? Let's see, Bide. Sometimes it'd be like, oh yeah, should I get Mega Horn? It's fine, John. I'm just picking on you. Yeah, Bug in the league is only going to be good on the Slowbro. It's not going to be good on anyone else. Zealous Pawn's the Bide guy. Hey, Bide in Gen 1 has its uses. He was the one who suggested to me use Bide on Misty with Nidoran female, and it actually ended up doing really good. I don't think that strat would work for the male as much, though. And the Executor, we have Horn Drill. I'm not kidding. Horn Drill is going to solve a lot of problems. We're not going to use it on everything, though. Just stuff we can't one-shot. And that can be a threat. Like, for example, the Champions is Executor, or the well, not the Alakazam, but, like, the Executor. On Lorelei, we could use it on probably the Slowbro. Okay, these cool trainers up here really suck. Because I guess Game Freak thought this girl having a Chansey was too good, so they gave her a Clefairy and a Jigglypuff. Hey, Shadow Stitch. Yep, this thing's using Horn Drill. I'm still quite on the fence with Okomus in general. I mean, I do like them, because here's the thing. If your choice, like, let's just say Gen 1, where level doesn't affect it. If your choices are either a 30% chance to KO right away, or you have to rely on a Hydro Pump miss, it's always better to use Horn Drill. In fact, that's what Rapidash has to do for Lance. Rapidash has to get Horn Drill, because otherwise the alternative is missing a Hydro Pump. Like, usually, if your alternative odds for winning are less than 30, one-hit KO moves are better. But then again, Gen 2 onwards, one-hit KO moves actually became better, because they're now level dependent. They don't depend on speed anymore. If I was doing Rhydon, I would probably keep Mega Horn. I think Rhydon probably wouldn't need Horn Drill. But honestly, I probably still would use it. Alright, that's the double-edged tutor, but I do not want it. Yeah, Rhydon probably would not need it. Alright, here, let's test them out. Hey, at least you'll get to see the Verse Seeker thing on my overlay get some action. I do not want to use a repel. Please go away. Alright, can someone add up how much XP this guy gives? I'll say the numbers. 1020, 666, 1020, 1020. Bugboos ever become useful? Not really. They're useful in Emerald version, but not really Fire Red and Leaf Green, just because of the abundance of Dark types. 3,726. 3126. Okay, Shadow, you may need to redo your math. Because, yeah, see, this guy doesn't want a rematch? Just give it a few seconds. I don't know what the odds are of rematch. From my experience, it's like a 70-30. Okay, I know for a fact Fisherman Elliott gives more than this. Fisherman Elliott is in the 4,000 range, but let's go test him now. The one disadvantage of Elliott over Ronald is it is slightly further away to get to the center, but honestly, I don't really think that's a big deal. Plus, avoid these trainers. Here's Elliott. I mean, this is his initial team. Ignore this. It's his rematch team, because not every trainer has a rematch team. Alright, so here is the math. 786, 1218, 930, 1020. Yeah, this guy's the same level as Ronald. He has a Seeking that's the exact same level, too. The one disadvantage, though, is that the Cloister likes to spam Protect. $3,954. Okay, so it's like 200 more. 30, yeah, it's like 200, but remember, over the course of several battles, this does add up. Yeah, Elliott is better than Ronald. I mean, I remember a couple of years ago when I was a huge advocate for Versus Seeker training, because I didn't know the cool trainers were that good at the time. I actually did research. I even looked at an old GameFAQs guide for all the different rematch teams in Fire Red and Leaf Green. And my conclusions were that just Ronald was the best before the league. I think after the league, there's someone better, but at that point, I don't care. Yeah, if you battle him 5 times, it's an extra 1,000. Pretty much, yeah. That adds up. So basically, every 15 times I battle him, it's effectively another battle for free, if that makes sense. I should get some antidotes. 7 Islands is very good training. That is true, but the one problem is that's in the post-game. I mean, I know you know that, but I'm just saying. Okay, yeah. Elliott and or Ronald, they are the reason I hate doing training on the bikers. The bikers are not good compared to them. But I guess I will say, the one advantage that Ronald has over Elliott is that Ronald does not have water moves. And if I'm doing something that's weak to water, then maybe I do not want to do Elliott. Because, like, maybe if I was doing, like, Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil probably does not want to do Elliott. Then again, if it's at the point of one-shotting things, it probably doesn't matter. I mean, then again, Eevee versus Seeker training on Elliott gives you attack EVs, so I guess if in the late game I wanted to farm attack EVs just really, really quick, Ronald is the way to go. How much experience is Blackout Vorlai in the Elite Four? I do not know. I do not want to Blackout on her, though. This is way faster than Blackout training. Still, I'm on the side of Ronald due to 4 simple one-shots not having wasted time. I mean, that is true. Like, assuming each of them are one-shots, the Cloister still has that chance to use Protect. But then again, I think the one turn of Protect is probably offset by the fact you get an extra 200 XP, but in the end, it probably doesn't matter. But actually, this is a strat I may actually consider for future runs. If I need attack EVs, just EV train on Ronald with the Versus Seeker until I get to the vitamin cap. Not the vitamin cap, the EV cap. Like, for example, if I had like 100 EVs left, I could just spend like 2 or 3 minutes just Versus Seeker grinding Ronald. Because every time you fight him is 7 attack EVs. Where are my antidotes? They are. But yeah, the chance to poison's always a thing, too. Yeah, there's basic arguments for both of them. I also just don't like how there's not as much room to run around on the island. Okay, I do have 12 candies, so I need level 68. Darn it. Yeah, this is the other problem with Elliot. Even then, it's a chance. Ronald's Iron Space similar to Elliot's. I mean, that's true, yeah. Honestly, I am definitely starting to lean towards Ronald now, but I don't know. The fact that this guy gives 200 more, the fact you have to fight him less times, I don't know. I think this whole debate's kind of similar to Red and Blue. Should you train in the forest or should you train south of Pewter? I mean, the results will be kind of close to each other, but I'm still going to stick to the forest just because the Pokemon give better yields, even if it takes slightly longer in between encounters, because you could get lucky. You know, I was actually the one who convinced, I think it was Wiley, who was working on getting Gen 3 compatible with the old game hook. I asked him to try and get the Versus Seeker put into the mapper, and he did. And I was the one who suggested it. My god, Elliot, make up your mind. Alright, I just need 3 more levels. Granted, you do have to use a repel whenever you go to Ronald. That is the other thing, actually, yeah. I mean, technically, you don't have to use a repel to get to Elliot. You just have to fight some optional trainers. Like, for example, this fisherman. You do have to fight him if you want to get here without a repel. But then again, you only have to fight those guys once. And then once you're done, you don't have to fight them anymore. Although it is a slightly longer distance. But honestly, in the end, though, I don't really think it makes a difference which one you go for. They're both good and bad in their own ways. Probably just personal preference. At least you didn't delete return right away. Yeah, I did say I don't want Horn Drill until I do the league, but the reason I knew from the very start I want to do the training first. I'm just doing these guys just so I don't have to fight them again. But hey, it's more XP, you know? You'll always take more XP. Plus, I think once you beat the trainer here, you can just run up and down. Oh my god, Elliot, make up your mind. Although, yeah, Poison Point's still annoying. I'm having to switch to Earthquake for the Seadra. 66. All right, 2 more levels. And then we can do the league. Yeah, this thing can definitely get sub 2. For sure. Could just slam your candies now. You don't need 80. Technically... Well, we did... that is true, the speed EVs. You know what? You're actually right. Let me get another level first. Level 80 was assuming I only had 208 speed EVs. Actually, you know I can't just waste XP like that. I mean, who knows? What if there's a fight where... Let's say, like, I get there at level 79, and it's, like, slightly less than a 2-shot range. I mean, this is a first stage Pokemon. I don't mind getting the extra level. I'll do the league at... Oh my god. Am I gonna get this? Ah. I'll just do this. There we go. Alright, let's go to the move relearner. To Island. Alright, Horn Drill. Yeah, I'm not going to need any PP ups for that. Alright, so now I got to deposit. Use all my candies to get to level 79. Actually, I have 12 candies, so yeah, level 79. Where are my full restores at? Here they are. Okay, candies. This is going to be annoying. Also, I believe to get the Everstone in this game, I believe you need 20 Pokemon. I think it's one of the Professor Oak 8 items to get the Everstone. It's 20? Ah, okay. So I guessed it right. I know the other rewards are the XP share and the amulet coin. And then item finder and flash. Alright, so here is the plan. Is Earthquake gonna one-shot the Duon? It does. Okay. I am going to sub that. Horn Drill. That thing's probably gonna take 2 hits. I don't want to waste my time on it. I mean, I remember when I did Celio in this game, I actually did rely on Sheer Cold for Lorelei. Because I think in this game, Ice types weren't immune to Sheer Cold. Horn Drill. Alright, set up a sub on the Onix. Earthquake the Onyxes. I think Earthquake should one-shot the Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan's always iffy with physical moves, but I'm pretty confident it will one-shot. The Machamp, probably not. I'm gonna go Horn Drill on this. Darn. There we go. Alright, Agatha is going to be slightly annoying. Just because I have my only move for her is Rock Slide. Well, I guess I can Earthquake the Arbok. And Horn Drill the Golbat. A good thing they have bad physical defense, though. Yeah, Cloyster's defense is really good. Alright, so I think for Lance, the only Pokemon I want a Horn Drill... I don't know. I don't think any of them really need Horn Drill. Honestly, I'll probably Horn Drill the Gyarados. I just like Horn Drill, okay? I don't have a problem. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Yeah, Horn Drill's definitely gonna be necessary for these things. I'm using Horn Drill on Dragonite. That is not Horn Drill. Oh well. I should use it on Aerodactyl. I got the Quick Claw Clutch. Alright, so for the champion, the only things I need to Horn Drill are the Exeggutor. That's pretty much just it, honestly. I'm gonna see, does Earthquake one-shot? It does. Okay, so I don't need to Horn Drill that. This, I want a Horn Drill. It would have one hit if it weren't for Intimidate. It would have, yeah. Reflect. Okay, you know what? Just because of the Reflect... Oh my god. You're just gonna keep stalling, aren't you, dude? You're gonna stall out your Reflect entirely. Oh my god, Blue, you're so bad at this. Oh. 149.01. Level 81, 3 resets, 9 blackouts. And honestly, the resets were only just because of crits. I got reset nobody in the league. No one in the league gave me a reset. I told you Horn Drill would be good. And if you're wondering if me being this high of a level was necessary, it absolutely was because of speed problems, for sure. I mean, theoretically, I could have gone into the league at like level 65, but then at that level, there would be a bunch of key foes I couldn't outspeed. Like, for example, the Pidgeot. I needed 130 speed. If I not let evolve after the champion, then that means I didn't beat the game with a Rhyhorn. The Hall of Fame screen would be incorrect. Yeah, honestly, I think with 254 speedy level 80 or 79 in this case before the league was definitely too high. 79 to 80 was only for the 208 speed EVs. So I definitely did go a little overboard. I think if I were to fight the exact same trainers again, Rhyhorn could probably have done it at level 75. I think level 75 it would have been able to do it, but honestly, not really much of a difference, but technically the higher level made Horn Drill more likely. But still, this was a nice run, actually. Yes. Alright, let's go ahead and add it to the leaderboard. Yeah, under 245. I definitely overestimated this thing. I'll probably look at damage range between 75 and 79, especially with Mega Horn. Sure, that'd be a good idea. Just some food for thought. Alright, let's go ahead and add this to the... Man, it really makes me want to redo some of these other first stages, but at the same time, they are first stages. Like, I'm sure Poochyena and Shroomish could have gotten way better times. Honestly, Shroomish probably not. Because Shroomish has to deal with Charizard. Alright, level 81. He resets. Real time of 1:49:01. Game time of 6:59. Yeah, some of these things on my leaderboard definitely need re-ranks. Look at this. Rhyhorn should not be ahead of Togetic. Look at that. Yeah, a lot of these Pokemon need re-ranks. In fact, on this leaderboard here, the Pokemon that I really do not want to re-rank are stuff that I've already done multiple playthroughs of. Like Mew Celebi, I do not want to re-rank. I want to re-rank Raikou and Entei. Pinsir and Kabutops are fine. I already re-ranked Flygon. Whiscash is fine. Slowbro, I really don't want to do that again. Scyther's fine. Chimecho, I want to re-rank. Cloyster, I already did 4 playthroughs. I'm going to leave that alone. Delio, probably not, honestly, because I did use Sheer Cold strats for Lorelei. I think I'll leave Celio alone. But yeah, I already re-ranked Houndoom, although Houndoom could have done better, but oh well. Articuno. Technically, I should re-rank the evolutions, but I really hate the fact that I have to grind to 16 for Brock. It's horrible. Yeah. I mean, I'm in no rush to do any of these re-ranks. I might do one later. We'll see. But anyway, thank you all for stopping by, everyone. I do appreciate it a lot. The next stream will be tomorrow. The schedule was a bit wrong, but tomorrow I moved the Emerald stream to Wednesday. So Wednesday at 7 p.m. EST, we'll be doing the Emerald stream. And Thursday at 7 p.m. EST, we'll be doing the Diamond and Pearl race with Elite Four Alex. Yeah, those will be the streams. Anyway, I will see you all later. Bye.